Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres. Keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today is a very special reunion 2020 episode. What is that? That's when I bring on a guest that I had on in the past, and I liked him so much I had to bring him right back. Today's guest is Steven Orr, who is Senior Vice President over at BenSigma. Steven, welcome back to the show.
Hey, Adam, how are you, man? Well, thanks for having me back on.
Oh, man, so excited to talk to you again. I hear BenSigma is growing like wildfire. Let's not waste any time here. Let's just get right into it. What's going on over – first off, podcast has grown quite a bit, so I don't want to assume that our new listeners caught your old episode. Let's just start off with giving the audience a little bit of background on what BenSigma is and what they do.
Yeah, well, BenSigma is a place, BenSigma.com, so that, we aggregate the financial news in a lot of ways. Not only do you get the news, maybe say like you do a podcast or webinars that we do, also have, we send out nice newsletters as well, emails, obviously BenSigma.com itself, as most people know already. But we have a lot of other avenues of which we divest our news out there. And one of the other things we do is BenSigma Pro for traders out there. We have a system now that, as you know, a year ago, we had actually doubled since then. The users
Wait a minute, hold on, doubled? Did you say doubled?
Yes, that's right, Adam. We have
crazy.
actually doubled in users. That's right. In 1 year, we doubled. What's interesting when you have other companies like Bloomberg and Reuters, and they're doing okay, but they don't double, right? And so we have doubled, and we are so excited. We have grown so much that we are adding a whole new feature to BenSigma.com, where we're going to have like premium chat rooms and things of that nature for traders who can access me. And tell me, are you able to access any other executive on any other platform? No, the answer is no. So here at BenSigma, we are about bringing big-time traders access to the actual users. So we're very excited about that. We do lots of webinars where we bring people around the country and around the world in to talk about how they do their trading too as well. So not only do we have the news for you, but we like to help also educate new users as well. Very excited about that. We're going to have a new education products. Man, it's exciting to be at BenSigma.
Man, that's really interesting, and I think what a lot of people don't necessarily realize is, especially if you're an active trader, is that you need different sources of news. Can you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, you know what? I've been a trader for 28 years, Adam, and I can tell you that a lot of people think you just need one platform or just look at one screen. And I can tell you personally, I am surrounded by TV screens of nothing but the news. CNBC, Bloomberg, all of it's surrounding me anyway. I've already got all these things on every platform. And I always say, if you're just getting sources from one place, probably not a very good trader. You're probably just dabbling around a little bit, hoping for the best. And that's not a strategy to being a trader, right? We always want to have as much news filtered into us as fast as possible. But I think that's the one thing that BenSigma does very, very well, is the ability to filter so that we're not getting all kinds of news. As you know, right now, we are bombarded by Chinese news, coronavirus, things of that nature. And the thing is, I don't want everything, right? I want to filter into what I'm looking for. What am I trading? And so if I'm able to do that, BenSigma allows you to do that with different filters that you can apply to your trading. Now, one of the things that BenSigma that we also do, if you're in a certain sector, let's say, for example, like cannabis, not only are you able to filter all the news on just cannabis to yourself, but we also have the ability to go to events around the country and around the globe. BenSigma throws events that you go to and you can meet people that are in the business. If you're looking to raise money for your cannabis business, we have those events. We have one in Miami coming up. We have in Toronto. We have trading events in New York City. Right? And so those are the things we actually bring the people together and not just behind a computer screen.
Wow. And so we're not going to get too political, but we do want to get into what the geopolitical situation is going to look like in terms of Well, this is the way I see it. So you have, getting back to getting back to needing to have different sources for news. And we know with elections coming up, we have stock market, we know how stock markets moved, and we know, certain biases from certain news outlets. Let's go along that line and talk about like what people can expect from BenSigma and why it's great to have another source than maybe they have been using in the past.
Mm-hmm. So, it's interesting, especially in a geopolitical year as we have this year. Look, as a person who's been in the political world and politics on that level, presidential level, I will tell you that majority of people don't really want to change in midstream. It takes a lot to remove a sitting president. Although the Democrats certainly are trying with impeachment and negative news trying to do that. But the truth of the matter is, the majority of elections, they voted for a person to be that president, and they really want to keep that person. So there has to be something that really sticks on a person to say, I can't re-vote for that person. I can't pull the trigger again. And that's unusual because people feel kind of proud about their vote, right? And so they don't really want to change that vote midstream. It takes something very big. So, and we haven't seen that. So honestly, I expect the president to get reelected.
Anything else interesting that you see coming down the pipeline this year, just from your vantage point? Because I'll be straightforward. I'm in the studio all day recording podcast episodes, so I get my news from you. So what else is interesting right now? I'm not surrounded by screens like you, and I might need to get one of those feeds into you so I can just ping you like, hey, what's going on now?
I will tell you what. Lately, I have been doing several webinars and talking about the big sector that I am very, very interested in, have been since a child, but even now more so, and that's the space sector. When you and I were growing up, Adam, it was all about NASA. What was NASA doing? The space shuttle, rockets and exciting whatnot, right? And now you have public companies that have gotten involved in the space sector, and so much so that they're spending R&D dollars. Now, as a trader, when I'm looking at the finances of a company, I'm always looking at one big number, and that's R&D. Where are they spending that dollar? Where is Amazon spending their money? And these companies, Virgin Galactic, Amazon, they are spending it on the space sector. They all want to get to space first, including Elon Musk, right, with Tesla. And not just in the space sector, but sending you and me up there. Are you excited about going to space?
I'm going. I'm going.
You're going?
I'm in. Absolutely, I'm in.
If you think about it, it used to cost $50 million to train a cosmonaut or an astronaut, right? And today you can put a spacesuit on, take a few days tests, and be up there for $250,000. We're going to do that starting this year. It's craziness.
Wow, that's starting this year? See, I didn't even know that. You're getting my news from you. I didn't know that was already starting this year. It's nuts.
And it's always based on weight, right? So it'd be very expensive to send me to Mars. But I will tell you that I'm excited.
On a per pound, that's funny.
Yeah, I might have to lose some weight to go up there, I guess, right? But the truth of the matter is that that's exciting in and of itself, right? And that people like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos have the forethought to get us away from a government-sponsored business of sending astronauts and moving up to the moon or Mars, as Elon Musk wants. That's exciting, right? And we're pushing the limits of where we are. If you would have asked me when I was a kid, are we going to be able to go to Mars? I would have been like, what? No, the truth of the matter is no. Okay, but we're there. We're almost there now, right? And also what I see, and I've said a subsector of space, I'm calling is satellites. Anything in that sector like Intelsat, those kind of companies are very interesting because those companies are the ones who are producing the next, let's say, GPS or communication services. I can't tell you how many times my wife gets into a car. She's pissed off because the GPS isn't working, sending her the wrong way. They're fixing those problems, right? That's a 1950s technology that's having to slowly go away. They've got to replace them. Well, guess what? It takes satellites to do that. And so that has to be fixed. So I think that's a very exciting thing, too, as well. Another sector that I really like right now is the biotech sector. I'm a big biotech trader, and I'm always looking at fixing whatever's wrong with the human nature with viruses and things, especially with the coronavirus happening right now. I think there's a big push for it. But I think biotech in and of itself, expanding the life of people, right, how we get to a better life. 20 years ago, women outlive men anyway, right, on the average. But extending that life frame is a big movement in the biotech world. And that changes the dynamics of economics a lot, right? If more people are living longer and there's more people on the planet, we're almost at 7 billion people on the planet. 30 years ago, we weren't there, right? We're like around 3 billion people on the planet. So we've almost doubled there. I think BenSigma is actually growing faster than the world, so that's kind of interesting.
I'm in.
Love it, man. But that's the whole thing, right? And all these things that we're doing to increasing life, increasing the quality of life, and moving us off the planet, I think is an exciting time to be on the planet.
And that's awesome. So, Steven, if somebody's listening to this, I can talk to you all day long, but we're out of time today. If somebody is listening to this and they want more information on BenSigma or its products, or to reach out, what's the best way for them to connect?
Look, it's very simple. It's BenSigma.com. We are literally on every platform when it comes to social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, obviously, all the feeds that you would normally use for social media. You can always reach me. It's very simple. It's Steven, Steven, at BenSigma.com. I'm better known as Big Beat in the Wall Street world. And, anytime you need to get a hold of us, come and talk to us. We're more than happy to reach out.
Awesome. Well, hey, Steven, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background, what's going on over at BenSigma, and your market update. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast, leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We started that this year, Money Matters Top Tips, and leave some comments in the video. And thanks again, Steven, for coming on the show.
You're very welcome, and thank you for having me, Adam.